Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is going to be another fun guest interview from the Hardscape Academy HQ and the Podcast Summit here in Carroll, Ohio. We are joined with Dylan Stephenson of Solo Cuts. And are you going to keep that name, by the way?
We're going to open up the conversation with this.
This is the way we're going to start the podcast off. Yeah. And Jesse Weidner from Weidner Landscape Solutions. Now let's continue.
It's been a hard battle for, like,
it's your brand.
Yeah, so it's like the conversation has been going on for the year because we knew we were going to be getting out of mowing this year and doing just solely landscape. So the rebrand is coming.
Okay.
I may have stumbled upon a pretty good name. I'm going to sit with that name for a little bit, and then we'll be going from there. So
there is a potential name change.
Yes.
Probable name change.
Like, it'll happen. I just got to be set on what I want and then what I want it to look like. Cool. So, just because, like,
Dylan Stephenson from the landscape installer company person.
Could be.
All right. That's pretty catchy.
It's a mouthful. That's what sucks is, like, my last name's a mouthful. He's lucky with a short name. But,
come on.
But, the rebrand is coming.
Yeah.
It is.
You just do, like, Big D's Landscaping or something.
Big D's Landscaping.
Man, setting myself up for failure on that. But so the rebrand is coming. It's just figuring out once I settle on my name, which I think I came up with one that I'm, like, pretty happy with. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to think on that one for a minute and then start kind of formulating on, like, how I'd want, like, the logo to be or what I wanted that to be, the visual of the company. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, give us an update. What's going on? It's been a minute since you've been on.
Yep.
Gosh, so year and a half probably.
Yep. So last year had a great year. We did some really unique projects, some cool projects that I feel like we're starting to really push the envelope a little bit on our projects, on the quality, and, like, more things we're adding to them. So
even that one around the pool that you just did, it was like. It's not really simple. I mean, it's not really hard, but it's, like, still pretty profound. Like, it's a pretty cool job. Like, it's simple.
That was simple, but it just, like, it's almost just like the dynamic that the lighting does, and then, like, the natural stone wall we did is just a cool feature.
Yeah.
So finished the year strong, and our winter's starting off great for our first year being in snow, like, full on with a plow truck and everything this year. We've been blessed to actually get snow.
Yeah, I remember last year. Didn't you have all kinds of problems with your salter, getting your salter in or something?
No, that was the year prior.
Has that been 2 years?
For when they were installing that dump insert.
How has it been that long?
It was terrible. And now I sold that. I sold that spreader attachment because we weren't even using it. It's not even because, like, we're using the Ram.
Yeah.
For our plow truck. So, it's been good though. Things have been good. I feel like we're really going in the right direction now.
Yeah. Big moves.
Yes.
Big changes.
Yep. And just, a lot of good things, I feel like.
Letting Moan go.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to that.
Yeah.
That's going to be our little teaser. If you want to hear more about that, how you can totally transform your company, then stay tuned for the rest of the show because you gave up everything. As far as Moan goes.
Gone. Yeah.
Gone. Out the door.
It was nice to just sell it.
Yeah.
See it gone.
And you probably honestly didn't sell it for that much less than you bought it for in today's market.
Maybe made a little profit.
Yeah, made a little money.
Made a little profit on it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was one of those deals, though, to where it's like, what do you do? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to say, like, but
it's just what stuff's going for.
Yes, it would. Like, I did sell it for either, like, close to what I paid for it on some things or more. Mm-hmm. But it's like they're getting a well taken care of everything.
Yeah,
like, everything's been stored in the shop. Like, my trailer, like, it's 6 years old or whatever. But, like,
And it wasn't used that heavily, the mowers.
No,
like
just
you
for
did.
mowing. Yeah, just hauling a mower or two. Like
Yeah.
at the most, I had to sit down in a 36.
Yeah, like it's not that heavy.
Yeah, so I mean, people that bought stuff from me got really.
Yeah,
really,
they didn't get screwed over. They got some good stuff.
absolutely not. Yeah,
Fair price for the current market. Everything's so high right now. It doesn't. Can't buy stuff for the exact same price. You know, they sell stuff for the exact same price you were buying it for.
Yeah.
See if you can pull that mic in there a little bit. Just pull. There you go. That's
Better?
Oh yeah, much better.
Much better.
All right. Well, the man behind the mic, number 2 here. Tell
How's
us.
it going?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on in your landscape company.
So we're a softscape company, pretty much. We're out of North Dayton, Ohio, just about 40 miles west of Dillon here, and we do a lot of softscape stuff, landscape design. Where I've got 4 guys on payroll, and you know, they're cranking out mowing. I'm cranking out landscapes. We're doing a lot of cool stuff, landscape design. Big into plants, and
Lighting.
yeah, lighting,
Big on
a lot of lighting. Yep.
A lot of softscapes in this room then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dylan has aspirations of maybe getting into the hardscape world. I myself have zero aspirations of getting into the hardscape world. I found that we are most profitable doing softscape jobs, and like those $10,000 softscapes. New landscape.
They're so good.
Man,
They're
you
so
take out a fresh or take out someone's old landscape, put it in
Yeah.
fresh landscape. You're in and out in 3 days. It's like $10,000. The guys know exactly what we're doing. We're just dialed in on those type of jobs, and we get called for those type of jobs all day long.
Well-oiled machine, his landscape crew was. Like,
yeah.
It was
I've got some good
mind-blowing.
guys.
Like-
I've got some good guys too. I can't just take all that credit. I
You
got a
do
good
mowing
team.
too, though, right?
Yeah, I've got 2 guys that run a mowing crew for me, but I'm pretty hands off on that.
Okay. So,
So-
landscapes is the majority here.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. Well, let's softscapes, I guess.
yeah, and it's 50-50 on the time. We're both full, one crew doing landscape full time, one crew doing mowing full time, but the revenue at the end of the year is not 50-50. It's 20% is mowing, and the other 80% is landscape softscape stuff. So.
All right, well, we got a ton of softscape knowledge in this room, so let's hop into it a little bit more. What are some tricks, tips, advice, whatever y'all want to go into about guys who are looking to get out of mowing a little bit and just kind of get their feet wet, just getting into these softscape jobs?
I would say start doing something small. How we really started getting out of mowing is just like getting into the mulch and stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people do that. I mean, a lot of people are getting into mulch and stuff, and then someone will ask you to plant some flowers in a bed. Do that. The biggest thing I would say is reach out to local companies around you that can help you out. You'd be surprised how easy it is to talk to other companies, and they can give you advice. My first big landscape design job, I had another company come in and do the whole landscape design. And it just helped out so much, not having to worry about what plants go where and everything like that. I would say just start small on the small end of things and just build it after that. I know that's just kind of cliche, but, it's really the truth. Is we started doing one bed and we'd put in $500 worth of plants and it would turn out okay. And then get on Instagram and you see how someone else does something, and it really, I don't know, it just really takes off your imagination on the things, and you start thinking, oh, I could do that, and just kind of start building it.
Yeah, and just like not being afraid though of just.
It's scary.
It is scary, but like there's my very first install. This is at Phoenix #1, but okay, my very first install. You can scroll back in the archives. I literally ran that install by the shoestring of my boots, bud. I'm telling you, like all those plants came from Lowe's 5 miles down the street.
Really?
All I knew was what we planted at my parents' house that did great. It was boxwoods, gold mounds, and grasses.
Grasses, yep.
Like,
Yeah.
but it worked out great. But it was like that was my first one, and I don't know. You just
And I don't think
you'll find your passion for just because like you'll grow a passion for it.
Yeah.
Like at first I had a passion for mowing. Now I just despise the even thought of sitting on a mower. And it's all like the design and install work.
And I don't think that customers, like at the start, kind of people can gauge what level you're at.
100%.
You are not getting asked to do a $10,000 landscape install when you're just a mowing company.
No.
You know, one of your mowing customers is going to reach out to you and say, hey, do you do this? And you just say, you know, hey, maybe that is something I can handle. You know, we'll give it a shot. Well, they obviously know that you don't do that all the time. Don't be afraid to get in there and try it. Because, you know, you might find out that you like it or you're good at it or it's something you don't want to do even.
How often do we even talk about that, though? Of, like, where we're like, you know, like, it seems like the standards now are kind of like 7 to 10, 6 to 10s, like, regularly. And we're like, we were never getting this phone call.
Yeah.
Back in the day. It was like, hey, can you come do our mulch or pull some weeds?
Can you put a $75 plant in for me?
Yeah, like it's just...
The average job price goes up every year, I feel like. When you get, you know, you post it, just like Caleb would say, you get known for more what, you know, you post and what you do.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was asking Dylan about earlier was like, do you think you're getting those calls because that's just what you're doing now? Like,
yeah, like I just don't post mowing.
Do you
like
get
I do on I do on the Instagram reels. I do a little stripe action
People love the stripes.
to get in front of some eyes, but
People love the stripes.
yeah. But yeah, I just don't post the mowing, and that has a lot to do with like the change in the name thing. Is like I don't want to like resemble anything that has to do with mowing. Like I just don't. So getting that out of the way, that's why.
Got to rebrand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
My company name used to be Jesse's Seasonal Services. And you know, I started that when I was 13 and I was in college kind of running my company while I was in college at Ohio State. And it was just like a side gig. And then
Ohio State, you didn't say.
The Ohio State,
right.
yes.
If Paul Jameson was in there, he would get on to me.
Yes, he would get on me. My
Big
goodness.
old dub for the Michigan Wolverines this year again, right?
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well,
But
anyways,
let's talk
now
about
that
those
we're past
Michigan Wolverines. What happened after that?
Yeah, now that we're past that. But while
big boy.
Come on down to some play some real football.
We are in the wrong
we
room.
are.
Play
Some real football,
Dude, we are-
boys.
whatever.
gosh.
Ohio State had Georgia on the ropes.
Didn't even cross my mind. I'm like, we are really in the losers bracket here,
Yeah.
bud.
Yeah, you get no sympathy from me.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, when I rebranded, it was more so to get, you know, I don't want to have anything to do. I want people to call me for landscaping. So landscaping needed to be in the name. So I settled on Weidner Landscape Solutions after thinking, you know, as long as Dylan has been thinking about his rebrand, I was thinking about mine, and I settled on my last name. So I tried to give Dylan the advice to maybe don't do that, because if you want to sell your company or whatever, then you might not want to have your last name in the company.
But my name just doesn't work for like. It's a terrible, like, Stephenson.
It's just too many syllables.
Yeah,
There's a lot going on there, you know.
It's all right.
Just Weidner.
that's good. You don't even have to make that mistake. Like, you just,
It's just known.
it's
like,
just not happening.
not happening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see though. Like, I think I got a good one.
Yeah, he does have a good one.
What does it start with?
B.
That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting.
If you can come up with that name, Dylan will mail you $100.
I will.
If you can guess
if you
the
can
right
guess my company name, what the rebrand's going to be, I will send out swag.
A new
A
hat.
refrigerator. He'll send you a refrigerator jacket.
I'll tell you what. You schmuck.
The refrigerator. Yeah.
No, I'll send you a hoodie and a hat.
Tell him the story about the refrigerator jacket real quick.
Wait, how many words is it? Is it 2 words, 3 words? At least give him that.
2.
All right, 2 words. Starts
Boom,
with a B.
Boom.
The first word starts
Boom,
with a B.
Boom. Yep.
All right, if you can guess it, Dylan will send you a hat, but you have to
And hoodie. Or
And hoodie.
t-shirt.
And that's
whatever.
assuming he actually goes with this name. I mean, we've been talking about rebranding. It's been a topic of conversation, and it has
Like
been,
I've pulled my wife into it now, big time. And
Oh wow, so
his,
she's involved.
and his wife.
My goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
It's a
team
big-
effort. It's
Yeah.
a team
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah.
It really is though. You kind of like we're having fun, joking. Like it's a big decision. Like the rest
It
of your
really is.
potentially the rest of your career is off of this one.
Yep.
Yeah,
one
it
name.
is. It's
So,
not an easy
yeah.
jump.
So anyway, you asked me a
Refrigerator.
question. Sorry. Oh yeah.
Oh,
God.
just tell him about
Dear
that.
gosh. So have my shop, okay? And on the backside of the shop, there's a sidewalk, but then it just like stair steps down in like an old school concrete retaining wall deal to to just like a fence line that just has like honeysuckle, whatever, grown through. Okay. Well, anyways, like if I'm coming in the one side of the shop, to open the garage door up, whatever, I'll walk around the building. Anyways, every so often I walk around the back side of the building. Keep in mind this is in a commercial building, so like there's warehouses around us, whatever. But I'll walk around the back and I'll be like, there's just like a random pair of socks. Okay? There's a random pair of socks on my sidewalk, and I don't know why.
There's a hobo living back there or something.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more to the story.
Next time I come back, socks will be gone. But there's a T-shirt laid down in like the like I'm telling you, like it's just like how many like seriously, I'm like, dude, someone's been back here. Like there's just random clothes.
I would never got here unarmed.
Yep.
So I walk out one time and literally like sitting up, there's like this little bench. I don't even know how the bench got there, but we have a bench behind the shop. And there's a orange refrigerator
Coat. Like a winter coat.
Yes, like nice.
Like a high dollar winter coat.
Like,
and Dylan stole it from a homeless person.
It was sitting there.
Some person is freezing right now.
Somebody
Actually
who
could be
froze
dead
out.
from hypothermia.
They're
like,
hoping to come back
it was
home
just
to their
sitting
home.
there.
Yeah,
It was
literally.
sitting on this workbench, and I was like,
I'm taking this.
so I was like, I snagged it up. I washed it twice with bleach. And I can wear it to this day. But no, so what I think was like,
I need a story the next time you're wearing it while you're snow running. I need to see it.
But like, I'm sure because like there's a Ryder Dairy, so it's a our local dairy, whatever, is down yond. So then like, there's times all the time where like guys will be riding their bikes to work, or there's this one dude that rides his dirt bike to work every time, and he cuts through his back way, cuts up through the fence, just goes.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, just be like, I
How
find
did that
these
get
just
there?
random
Yeah.
clothes, and I'm just like,
Wait,
what
did
is
it
going
stop after you stole the
on?
jacket?
To be honest, I
Yeah.
have not seen anything since the jacket, so we have terminated.
Well, yeah, they
yeah.
said, well, I'm not
They
bringing
said,
my
"Oh, I'm
stuff
not
here
squatting
anymore.
over
Like,
here
Yeah, but,
anymore.
but yeah, it just
he
be
got
weird.
rid of that problem. Like,
because it's
He'll just
it's
steal your stuff.
random. Like like there's nothing good. Like
No, it's a building in the middle of like, there's nothing around.
No,
there's
like-
no reason
it's
anyone
not a
should be
building
around.
like this. Like, people shouldn't be hanging out.
No,
Yeah.
there's no reason anyone should be around there. So
like there's nothing for them to even like shelter them with.
Yep.
Like it's just not. So
Well, they
so
were
anyways,
sheltered with their
They
orange
were
jacket.
sheltered with their refrigerator jacket, but
you decided to take it
yeah.
from
So
poor
but
guy.
no, it was good. It was good.
So back to landscapes and softscapes. You make that first transition. It's a big step. You do that first job. I remember those first jobs. You figuring it out. You get your feet wet, and then you get into some higher end stuff. I mean, we did our biggest job we've ever done this past year, and it wasn't even anything close to some of the stuff you've done. But it was $8,000 or $9,000 job. Like it's up there. It's a pretty good job.
Heck yeah, absolutely.
And it's scary. It's like, whoa, how do we do this? So what are some bidding tips, or not bidding, but pricing tips on quoting this stuff?
So I'll say on my end, and then I'll let you finish because, like, the pricing has always been like I've struggled with on having confidence on delivering a price.
Yeah.
So that's like I feel like this year that's one thing I've learned by really talking with him a lot. Like it even showed on that like HOA was a tried and true deal of where like me standing my ground was
You take it or leave it.
had to be
Yep.
it, and
Yeah.
we ended up coming out on top. So just literally like because like there's times where like if I'd send in a bid and say their budget was $10,000, I would come in with like a $7,500 bid. So I'm like, I don't want to push their budget, and he's like, no. If they're if they say this, like push that
Their
whatever.
budget is really $12,000. You just don't know it.
But so like okay, so I got to where I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit like that 9.2, 9.3s, and like if there'd be a little bit of holdback, and they were like, oh, could you do this? If you could do this for 8, we'd really be in. And I feel like before this last year, I would have probably said like, I may have taken a couple things out, but overall, like I would have delivered basically the same landscape for $1,500 less. Well, he kept pushing me on like no, like this is what it needs to cost. Like you go out there and do it for $1,500 less. That's $1,500 profit right out the door. So I would say the biggest thing is like having but it also comes with the time because like
It does. It
because
comes with
like you're not going
experience.
to be
It's not
confident
overnight.
dropping a $10,000
Nope.
landscape install in on year one.
No
Nope.
chance.
Nope.
Like you're just not,
And you don't
like, you
really-
can't even fake that.
Nope.
You don't really have
you
the
won't
right
deliver
to.
a $10,000 landscape.
No, you got to
So-
baby steps into them.
Yeah, so like I would say one is confident. Like no matter what level you're on, if you're just starting out, you have no idea in a sense what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Say your first one is just like a $1,500 mulch and shrub trimming. Send that quote with confidence and have confidence in what you're doing, and just like do your due
Confidence
diligence
is the
on
biggest thing.
backside. Yeah,
Definitely. My
But
biggest piece of advice
he'll
would
be
be
given
to break up your big jobs into a bunch of smaller jobs, because people get really caught up into the top line number, and I don't find any use in necessarily looking at it like that. I break, even at this stage in my company, and we've done like bigger jobs upwards of 30,000 plus, and even on a job like that, I still break it up into a bunch of small jobs,
Like different work areas?
work area by
Yeah.
work area.
Okay.
You can take it like that. You need to be making money on your materials. You need to be making money on your labor, and most importantly, you need to, put in some profit in there for you as well. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that we have our pricing 100% dialed in, but this year we did just switch over to Synced Up, and that has
you're in
given
the right
me
place then.
that has given me the
Next year.
that has given me
winter,
the confidence now that, all right, we have our pricing dialed in. I just built a budget for the first time, and this is like,
Is it not the most
it's
eye-opening,
stressful.
groundbreaking, stressful thing
Yep,
you've ever done?
Yep. And our budget was like, I thought we'd be right around there, but there were some things that I was under, thinking we were paying more for, but we ended up not paying as much. And our numbers are there. I had all of my numbers ready to go, but I just didn't ever put them in a budget and really factor that all into.
Hey, Caleb, you can have this chair. Caleb, you can have this chair. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
It's
all
going to
good.
cost you a couple of those hats, though.
But it for me,
I'll never give him one of my hats.
Synced
Never.
up.
It'll get thrown under a chair somewhere.
How's it going, man? Yeah. But Synced Up is going to be the right way to go, I think. It's
They can't hear you.
job costing.
Nothing you say. Yeah. All right. Anyway, my
Yeah.
bad.
No, it's all
you
good.
were rolling there. Synced up.
Yeah,
Job costing.
It's like it's got job costing,
Yes.
so you can really go back and look at everything. If you've done a job and you quoted it for this, you can go back and put in your actual how much you spent on materials, how much you spent on labor, how long you were there for, and it'll spit out your actual profit at the end of it. So our first job, I just switched like last month, and I had sold a job previously last year for it was like $11,400. Well, I put it into Synced Up and just see what they would come up with, and it came out at 11,100. So I actually
Pretty
sold it
good
for
job.
$300 more than
Yeah.
what Synced Up told me to sell it for. So I felt good about it. But the fact that now I can just go in, select all the materials we're going to have on a job, select how long we're going to be there, and it's just going to spit out a price for me.
Have you built your vendor list yet?
Yeah, that was a stressful thing
That's-
too. dude.
man,
So
I
are you on
have
Synced
not-
Up? Are
yeah.
you on, oh
Yeah.
man, awesome. It's just it's stressful because coming from like a service autopilot is what I was on before. Fine software, but it's more for maintenance.
Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah. So going into a software that's more so for installation work is, I think the sooner if you want to be that kind of company, the sooner you can get into a software like that, the better.
How crucial?
I mean,
how do you like? How much more efficient and how much more profit do you think your business is going to see this year?
I think profit wise,
Not revenue, profit.
profit wise, I would think at least 50% more profit at the end of the year based on
Think
our
about
top
what you
line-
just said.
Our top line number. And
if
it's
you're
not
listening,
like it's
think
not
about
like
50% more profit.
and it's not that we weren't profitable, it's that I wasn't thinking I could make profit on like even something as simple as equipment. I'm just like, oh, this Bobcat is
There's
paid,
no
it's paid
overhead
off.
recovery, yeah.
It's paid off. What do you mean? Nope. I got to recover that overhead, and it's going to be good. I can
But
already
like that,
tell.
that's why that's the problem with so many people in our industry is it's not. I should say problem. It's not a problem.
It's a problem.
It is. It is. It's a problem that we should be working to fix.
Yep.
It's not like if you fall into this category, I'm not condemning you. I'm saying you need to just work on it because like you figured this out last month.
Oh yeah,
I figured this out 2 months ago.
Yep.
Like it's just part
Oh,
of it.
so you just got.
Yeah,
on
I
board,
just got
too.
on Synced
Okay.
Up, yeah.
Oh sweet.
Yep. So like
We're on the same train
next
then.
week or next year, next winter is mine because like I feel like our revenue. We'll be at a revenue point to where we can justify the cost. Because I mean, it is a cost.
Oh yeah,
But I try
it's
to
an investment.
It's an investment.
Yes, because I completely am on board with what you pay into it. You will get X in X fold in return. I completely get that, but it doesn't. I just for us
and when
we're at a spot where next year will be
and that's good that you know that. Like you have to if you know your numbers well enough, you have to do that. And that's so it's
it's just like eye opening. I can't wait to really get in because up here in Ohio we're in Dayton area, so we're kind of just doing snow right now. But when we really get into stuff and I can start running job costing reports, it's going to be game changing. Mm-hmm. I mean, to really see where
and real time job costing.
And we can, and who knows, I might be budgeting stuff that's going to be 40 man hours and we might get it done in 32 and I've got all this extra profit sitting around. And then it's if that's our production rate, maybe I should try to get a higher profit margin on all these jobs if people are willing to pay. I'm all about shooting for the stars. I've learned the last 2 years, I'm going to try to get the most money out of every client, and not in a bad way. I'm going to provide the value at the same time, but I don't want to be the guy that's selling for the lower end of things. I think our work is good enough, and if you feel that your work is good enough, you should be selling for as much as you can sell for. And you gotta have a number you're willing to hit. All right, if it's 40% of my quotes getting accepted, are we still booking up good? You don't want to run out of work because you're pricing yourself out of the market, but you can test it. That's the cool thing about being a business owner. You can test all right, 25% profit. How many jobs are we going to sell?
Having the software, you're going to know.
Can we sell them at 30%? Can we sell them at 18%? I mean, what's the number? The number? Because there's you see these guys out here that are they're outliers in the market because their work is so good. They're just going to pay for whatever. They're competing with themselves. And I mean, that's the point I want to get to with the softscapes. I don't want to be necessarily competing with all that many people, and then you can just kind of name your price. Mm-hmm. But Synced Up is definitely going to help do all of this. I'm super pumped to get after it. It's been a very stressful month for me, just trying to switch over softwares. I never thought it would be this stressful over a winter, but it's going to be worth it.
From what you've been saying too, just to give dabs to the Synced Up crew. Those sounds like they've been walking.
Oh, it's insane. The customer service.
He's always
shout out to Kyle from Synced Up. Kyle, if you're listening to this, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Yes, meetings.
Kyle actually does listen.
Yeah,
he actually does listen.
Yeah. So
Kyle, he's been my right hand man. It's you type in a message and they're back to you in 2 minutes, and it's insane.
And the budgeting thing now?
Oh my gosh. It's just and they have a budgeting call with you. They really walk through that.
But you've been in there, were you on the this has turned into literally a Synced Up.
It's a Synced Up sales pitch.
But which I'm fine with. I'll talk about Synced Up all day.
Yeah.
The new budget that they incorporated into the software.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's awesome.
Did you use the old one at all?
No. I got on. It was the new one right away because they already had it incorporated.
That old one
it was I legitimately switched after the first of the year, so this is very new for me. I haven't even got to really try out the software that much, but I already know it's going to be game changer versus Service Autopilot.
So let me ask you this. You probably can hit on this a little bit because you're newer into it. You've been doing it for a while, it sounds. How long have you been going?
So I started when I was really running the company when I was just a year before I graduated college, so 21. I'm 28 now, so 6, 7 years.
So you've had enough time under you now. Let's talk material markups, if you don't mind. You don't have to say exactly how you do it, but just maybe some advice for somebody else, is because that's the number one question is, okay, we start doing landscape jobs. Well, how do I price them? Physically, how do I price them? How much do I mark up material? And in Synced Up, it's got markup plus profit plus break even, all that stuff is in there. So what does that look like? What is some advice you'd give on the whole material markup process?
So I think how Synced Up has mine right now, I'm at for markup and profit on material, I think we're at 25% or something like that. You cannot just sell materials for exactly what you are paying for
Especially
them.
As the contractor getting them at a wholesale rate.
They are not paying a customer.
Oh my gosh.
A customer is not paying you for boxwoods. They're not paying you for boxwoods. They're not paying you for PVC pipe. They're paying you for landscaping. Mm-hmm. So you
the knowledge of what to get.
Yes, exactly.
Getting
you have
the plants.
To go get. Yes, exactly. So I would say 25% is a really good place to be at. And I don't think you're losing money there. I haven't really necessarily like I was even on my plants. Sometimes I would charge like 2.5 times the cost of the plant to install it. And that's kind of how I was rocking up until getting into synced up. Like, all right, so a
2.5 is pretty common.
Yeah. Boxwood. And I know people in my area that are charging 3 times the cost. So, I mean, like you can get it. But I mean, like a boxwood say costs 30, I'm charging, like 75 bucks. Yeah. To install, and you do 50 of them on a project, and you can make
Like
good
your
money on that.
money's not made though on your your money's not made on your product markup.
No, you're supposed to add profit in.
Yeah, so
that's
don't think of but like even in like the scale of like the amount that you're charging for a customer, like your just like if you think of just a physical markup of your mulch, like based on your price and material costs that you got it with your markup, like that's not where your money's being made. Like he's driving to me is like your money is made when it's like you're making money on your labor doing that as well.
Yeah,
so it's
you're correct, man. You estimate your man hours right.
Yeah, so I would say like the biggest thing is like don't stress out on your markup, like as in like hang up on like, man, I need to be charging 17.7% on top of my product just to, to mark up my materials. Like the biggest thing where you're going to lose your butt on is not knowing like your hours wise.
Yeah.
Like
But
if you
still
bid
need
20 hours and you're on job site for 30 with 2 extra guys, like that's 20 extra man hours, if you're charging minimum $75 a man hour
to
the customer, like that's a chunk of change.
Yeah, it's a big span.
All right, so we're going to be running this show Lone Soldier here for the two of us. Mr. Jennings got to do some dad duties.
Yeah,
so
Dad had to go do some dad duties.
So, Jesse, give one piece of advice you'd give to the guy that is looking to step his landscape game up a notch. Just stepping it up a notch. Doesn't have to be
just stepping it up.
Just
a notch.
What is like a detail that could separate like your installs from another install?
Okay, let's just talk about the basics here. I see guys that do not weed whack after they edge a bed. And you would be surprised how good it looks when you just do that back edge after you edge a bed and then before you put mulch in, how crispy that looks compared to leaving that grass dangling over. I mean, that's as basic of a tip as I can give.
And we're talking vertical trimming and edge. Just like you would vertical trim a sidewalk.
Yes.
Do this to your edge because it's going to just be nice and tight.
Yes, it will set your bed. It'll just look nice. And that is the most basic tip I can give. And it drives me crazy when I see people put in this beautiful landscape and their edge
edge.
It's just hairy. Just hairy.
Yep.
Can't stand it.
And also another thing on edge to think about is when you're creating your edge, think of, especially because a lot of us are mowing as well, think of yourself going along that edge with the mower and not to create a tight curve or something to where it's going to create a weed-eating spot.
Yep.
Because then it's a maintenance issue for the customer if they're mowing their own lawn. So think of that edge as being nice, gradual curves, not,
You want it to flow. You want that landscape to flow. And going into that, my another tip of mine would be don't try to put every single type of plant in a landscape. We need to the way kind of design is going now, especially with like
less
even interior aesthetics. Even it's like we're kind of getting to the point where it's not as busy. It's more monochrome. Like they're just like very simple design. That's like the aesthetic people go for. So instead of using, if you're doing the landscape of the front of the house, and instead of using 20 different types of plants, maybe use like 7, but put them in groups, like mass groupings. That's totally my style. It's just like mass groupings, less plant variety, but more plant numbers, and use them in different areas around the home. So, if you have feather reed grasses in one side of the house, put them up in that front corner too, where you're looking for some height as well. Kind of keep that continuity going across the entire landscape. And that's just kind of something that you can tell a difference between a professionally installed landscape versus a non-professionally installed landscape, is they kind of look more hodgepodge versus something that flows well together.
Like we say, like you don't need the rainbow.
No.
And then also in that is another thing you'll notice is when you can tell someone is doing it like on their own, or the homeowner or something, is when you have like an alternating.
Yep.
Like the consistent alternating of any type of plant, just
like
boxwood
boxwood barberry.
Just, so like
That is not professional.
And the more you get into it, the more you will be looking, even on Instagram, you start seeing some of these guys are doing some higher end work. Look at their landscapes on how they're doing them.
Yep.
Drop out some good designers that you would like. You think people should follow on Instagram, because you've showed me to the promised land for a couple. So like Imagine Design Build.
Yeah, Imagine
so like
Design
if you're
Build,
talking
that's the goat
just
right
the
there.
ultimate
The
level
goat. Yes,
of
sir.
Design install work.
Yes. And I love his
Like,
style. It's
it
just,
is
I mean, the
unbelievable.
boxwood hedges. I mean, it's like that kind of like formal, like European garden.
Hard cornered, like
Yes.
even a boxwood hedge is like
Yes.
hard cornered.
Yes, and I've modeled a
Straight
couple of my
lines.
designs kind of like that too, just trying to get an inch of what he does, and it's just the stuff they're putting out is insane, honestly. And I mean, that is like the top guy. So, more attainable. Jack Barnwell Designs, you love him.
Big
Your
Jack
boy,
Barnwell guy.
Jack Barnwell.
Jack, if you're listening to this, shout outs to you, Team Barma hats.
Yep, absolutely.
Who's that natural stone guy that we were talking about for that cabin design I'm doing? You said look at he does
the
like-
Yardist,
Yeah,
Matt
he's
Heiner.
cool one.
Yeah, he's cool. They have like more.
I feel like
of
he has
the,
a good blend of like
Right,
different
yeah.
styles of plantings.
And it depends. Yep. It depends on what kind of style you're going for. But just like as far as like around the house, like there's just a lot of. I would say get on Instagram and any of the guys that are doing landscaping big time. And I know there's all kinds of them, like Andy Mulder, like all those guys. They're even their softscape work is very professionally done. You can see they do not go crazy with the plant numbers. They allow space when needed. They don't fill them up. You need to make sure that you're designing for what the plant's going to be in full growth, not what the plant's going to look like when you install
What's it going to look like at maturity?
Yep.
So you said when you were on when you started, you had your very first design was done by another company.
Yep.
There is nothing wrong with reaching out to your local nursery, because I told you, it used to be Scarves, a higher nursery exchange back in the day. Though they would do landscape designs if you bought your product from them.
Yep. So you can use all those resources.
Yeah,
I mean, even reach out to another local install company. They don't have to be necessarily a landscape designer. They could be like a guy like you and me. Like if someone called you and said, "Hey, I've got a landscape design I need," and they're willing to give you $400 or meet your design fee, you'll do that all day long.
Yep, absolutely.
So even if you
Network.
don't know, and you can even you might even be able to say, pitch the Instagram DM to someone and say, "Hey, this is my first ever job we're getting into, and I'm looking to design this space," and they might even help you out. So
And be professional about it. Don't go up to them looking for everything under the sun for free.
yes,
be respectable. Acknowledge his quality of work. That is always nice. A compliment always goes a long
you gotta
way
kiss
when it
up
comes
a little bit,
and
Yep.
then
absolutely. Yeah, I think a lot of times the rush into landscape design is a big pitfall is like people put
too
too
many
much,
plants.
and it's just when it gets to full size, it's going to be a maintenance nightmare. You're going to be pulling stuff out. Just give it space. I mean, plants need space to grow, and you can come back and take those final pictures in 2 years as well. That doesn't have to be like a photo shoot the day.
That
you
is what's
leave
going to
there.
be cool this year.
Oh yeah,
This is going to be a big year for us because
you,
we've done
yeah.
like 2 years ago is when our softscapes we really started getting into them. So now we're at that year 3, right? So this would be like year 1 install, skip a year this year.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep. You're going to
year
see
year
those.
1 it creeps, year 2 it what is it? Year 1 it creeps, year 2 it leaps. Something like that.
I have no idea.
There's something about with the 3.
Yeah, but year 3
years,
is
but
always
yeah.
the best year to look at a landscape. I mean, everything's pretty much obviously, your boxwood slower stuff is not going to be
Year 1 it
completely full
sleeps,
grown.
year 2 it creeps, year 3 it leaps.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. You got to make sure you get those pictures this year, though. You got to go back and get them.
Yep.
I want to see those Russian sages.
Dude, that one up in Urbana is looking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy how much they grow that 3rd year. Absolutely.
That was a good one. That was a
Absolutely.
good install. But yeah. Well, Dad.
Well, I heard this was the best episode we've ever had.
I don't know. We just talked about some tips for softscape design.
That's what we're doing, right?
Yep, absolutely. Now, you guys, you want to talk about sneak back into Dylan's getting rid of the mowing?
Yeah. Let's talk that real fast before we wrap this thing up here. Let's. Well, what was it like? What is the reasoning behind it? I guess is it lack of profits? You just tired of mowing? What all the above?
Yeah, mainly. So I would say it's been a couple years known if like he's been following along and like have heard me on just a few podcasts of just stating like landscapes where I want to be at. I'm not a fan of mowing, but the biggest thing is like I just don't do enough mowing to like keep the investment going and go. Like I've never wanted to grow the mowing big. Last year we turned down probably 20 accounts. I knew where we were at, and I was like, I don't want any more because I want to grow the maintenance or the landscape side. So we only did, I would say, vary between like 20 to 30 lawns a week. So we'd get those done in 2 days. But like I said, springtime, that 2 days turns to 3.5 to 4. We have all this
cuts into landscaping,
all this landscape work that that spring rush. Like I feel like because of the mowing, I haven't even been able to capitalize on that spring rush because we're tied up with
rained out one day
and having to mow.
Yeah.
So yes, it does come with the fact of like at the end of the day, we just looked and seen like what we were making on the mowing comparatively, and I'm like, if you're talking about like what we're making at the end of the day, like one shrub trimming a week covers probably our profit that we were getting off mowing. We would only do like 1,500 ish in mowing, so it's like, that could just be made up in no time. And on a better margin. Like, mowing's expensive,
and you enjoy it more.
Nowadays, mowing is like really expensive.
It is.
Yeah, you had a $17,000 mower going out and doing 1,500. It just like doesn't make financial sense at that point. And
not at that level. No.
Opportunity cost is really the main thing because you're able to now bust out a $10,000 landscape job in a week versus like doing $1,500 in mowing, half of a $10,000 job, $1,500 in mowing, then finishing the $10,000 job.
So that is like our
turnaround time is much better.
Yeah, our projects are getting to a size to where I need like full weeks of landscaping. Like I need that for these jobs, and I don't see us going smaller anytime soon in jobs or like. And it's not even like they're really like that pool job. It wasn't even a big job. It was not a lot. Like
it wasn't complex.
You'd be surprised what $10,000 gets you these days. It's not nearly as much.
Seriously, and because stuff's expensive, and plus they did lighting and all that. So there's a lot to it, or really not a lot.
You're making the right move.
But it's just it's what I want to do. And like I said, I have no ambitions on growing a mowing maintenance company. So like that's like what's come with the name change and everything is it's just time to let that one go and just move on to doing like our softscapes lighting. We'll see how the hardscape thing, like I wouldn't mind doing like retaining walls like natural stone. I like the natural stone walls, man. Those are cool. You don't see a lot of people doing that. They're just like standard
Scheller does a lot of
retaining
those.
walls. Yeah.
He's doing one right now.
Yep. They do good work. Yeah, but I mean,
it was just
to everyone out there, Dylan did put in a couple years of running the mowing to make sure he was set up for the landscaping. He didn't
that's the thing.
He didn't just drop. He got the ship close to the dock.
Yeah, that's what I feel like it's been about.
He had to win,
because this is only our starting.
Yeah, if you don't know Dylan's full story, go back a year ago, listen to our show first time.
A year ago or so. Yeah,
talk the whole full story because you were a truck driver, right? Or not truck
driver,
driver,
I was
but
delivering for Gordon Foods.
Yeah, Gordon, and then
did that for a handful of years while doing the business. So I was at Gordon's for 10 years, but did the business part-time 5.
Then went full-time.
Went full-time, and then at Progressive and working to the point we're at now, which is
time to blow up.
Mowing to the side, time to start really cranking on.
I love it.
It's going to be a big year for
I walked in, y'all talk designing. Yeah. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
While I was gone. Okay, cool.
Because that's a few aspects of that. Just
that's a big thing. That's a key aspect, like in this whole process. If you guys want to get into it, so
absolutely. Get some books online too. There's like I know textbooks are kind of crazy, but there's like principles of landscape design, and I don't know. There's just some good resources out there. It's not all just Sometimes you got to put a little bit of reading and work into it.
And if you're, and like you can follow. I mean, so like, okay, there's a lady on YouTube, Garden Answer. I would sit down and just watch hers because, like, what was nice is we're in this, like, our zones are very similar for our planting.
Yeah.
So, like, what she's planting on there, like, what's nice is, like, her family has a nursery, so she gets access to all these plants. Proven Winners, like, sponsors this channel and stuff. So, but anyways, like, what she's installing, essentially, like, is still good for our planting area. So, like, you just get to see, like, how she kind of works the plants, you know, in different styles of plants, you know, planting arrangements. You get to see what she's actually planting, but, like, oh man, like, I mean, I like my love of like hydrangea and boxwood like came alive when I started seeing these and stuff, and like
just go walk around your local nursery too. I mean, just walk around and just on a Sunday and look at plants.
In your local, like Caleb, I know talks about this with his hardscape people. If you go into your nursery and you like show interest in this and you tell them what you have going on, like, they want to help you because they want you to start buying their products. So they will help you.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
And if not, find a new nursery.
Yeah.
But they really should. I mean,
yeah,
you got a great nursery too. They help you.
Yeah,
I mean, they do.
Some Brown's Nursery, the biggest nursery in Ohio, is in my backyard. I'm not even joking. I'm literally next door.
Jeremiah,
like throw a rock to
it.
I could throw a rock and hit the hydrangea.
Wow. He has his nursery, his landscape nursery right there. He's got his material yard not far. Like, everything is just centralized, like, around his house. I was like, if you ever leave your house, you're a fool.
No, I have no aspects or no plans to move.
Unless you're moving closer to Browns.
Oh, yeah, like
I'll inside the yard.
Back. Yeah, I'll just live in the gate. I'll just move the dwarf Korean lilacs and just see if I can put a plot of land right there.
Post up right there. So,
all right. Well, we asked this question to all of our guests as we wrap the show up. We're going to get 2 answers on the same show today, which is going to be pretty unique. It's what is your why?
My why is I want to. I would say within reason, but in a sense also, like, I don't care if it wasn't within reason. I want to provide a life for my family that we never thought would be imaginable. After like I was just telling him, like I've told him before, like, after being involved in, like, the business part and, like, talking to other business owners, seeing what other guys are doing, like, there's so much more out there than, like, what is just this, I don't want to say standard issue, but what is just a standard issue of living, of what people just visualize of, like, how life could be. It's just like, yep, you know, you go to work 9 to 5 and you know, do the same thing, repeat, do the same. But there's so much more to life. Just like, not saying like I want to grow my company to be a mega millions dollar company, whatever.
You don't have
not
to do
about
that.
Don't have
yeah,
to.
exactly. But it's just the thought of like living a life that we didn't think was. In a sense, like imaginable.
And that's different to everybody. It's not always monetary. It's freedom of schedule. It's freedom of time. It's like there's so much more that goes into the money.
Absolutely. So like this, like I think the next couple of years for us, because like I was telling you, Jordan's in school.
Yeah.
Back in school, so like I feel like
head down. Go to work.
That's what we've been doing, and like Jordan and I would just each be telling each other, it's like, you know, like. One day, like we're there. Like every year, we see the progression on like it used to be to where I was walking in at dark. Then it gets a little earlier. Then it's like, oh yeah, I'm not working weekends. Like, like the progression is there to just a better overall life. So that is my why, is just to provide my family with a better lifestyle than we could ever have thought we would.
Yep. And I just got married in October, and me and my wife.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Me and my wife are, you know, we're going to have a family and stuff one day, and I am setting myself up for that. I would like to do as much as I can before that day happens. So definitely moving, you know, in that direction. But her and I have always talked about, you know, after – I don't necessarily want to be in landscaping my entire life. And I know that's like a kind of a weird thing to say as a landscaper. I do love what I do, but at the same time, you know, if I could retire from landscaping by like the age of 50 and move on and like own a storage unit facility or something like that, and just like be a little bit
just progress
my career. Landscaping is almost more of a tool for me to get to where I want to go overall.
Step on the ladder.
Yeah, it's a step on the ladder, and I do love landscaping. I love landscape design. I could see myself even being like a freelance landscape designer once I'm done kind of being in the actual dirt. I could see that. But, I mean, I really just want to have that freedom, and it's not about money for me either. It's all about time. I know that, like, life is too short. You live every day like it's your last, and I don't want to be a workaholic. I take every single weekend off unless I'm, you know, running a quote or something. But I really try to get as much free time as I can, but still make all my obligations, but just not overdo it.
Yeah.
I want to take it a lot easier because a lot of people are way too stressed out these days.
100%.
And I try to like mellow out a little bit more than the average human. I mean, I'm trying to get Dylan to be on the same train. Like, dude, it's all good. It's just like a time, and it's all about patience too. Like the people that are patient, usually it pays off. You don't have to have that big shiny piece of equipment today. You can just wait for it, and you'll get it at the right time. What's meant to be will come.
100%. Where can anybody find you if they want to hear some more about you or maybe ask a question or something about what we talked about today?
You can find me on Instagram. Currently, Solo Cuts.
Landscaping.com.
Yeah,
That might be changed. Yeah, it could be changed. Just start with a B. Just start with a B and maybe type in.
See what happens.
See what happens. See if it pops up.
Do like B Stephenson or something. See if the algorithm will pick you up.
We'll see.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram too at Weidner Landscape.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on today. This has been a pleasure. It's been a good show. Thank you to Kevin and Brittany for hosting us, allowing us to be in here. We're actually podcasting from the boss's office today. And
this place is sick.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This place is sick.
It's awesome. Thanks to Kohler for putting the event on and helping us put the event on, Naylor for the vision behind it. And thank you all for listening. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. So thanks for tuning in. We look forward to catching up with everybody here on the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.